This year's Wales Africa Community Links Conference, which was held at the beautiful Centre for Alternative Technology in Machynlleth, was themed around Millennium Communities, exploring how partnerships between communities in Wales and Africa can contribute to the UN's Millennium Development Goals. The conference came 3 weeks after world leaders met at the UN MDG Summit in New York to discuss global progress towards making poverty history.
We are unhappy as an organisation about the outcomes of the Millennium Development Summit, Millennium Development Goals Summit in New York. We wish that a more ambitious plan was agreed upon by the world leaders. They had an opportunity to do that. It's a missed opportunity. We can say that we're excited that they did something around child and maternal health. Child maternal health and mortality, but they could have done a lot more. We think that there are missed opportunities around the achievement of environmental sustainability, missed opportunities around the achievement of the goal on HIV health and tuberculosis and other forms of diseases. There's so much that could have been done that was not achieved during this last summit, and it's so sad. Some of the other things that come to mind are the need to look at social justice issues. Those were not really closely linked up with what was going on in New York, and that's really essential. You can't look at the MDGs in isolation. The MDGs are actually connected, interconnected with one another, and that's what needed to have happened. It didn't happen, but I'm really excited that
the Millennium Village Project is trying to showcase a holistic approach for achieving the Millennium Development Goals that it hopes other organisations can learn from and get involved with as well. Because Millennium Farmers UK has just started up, we're interested in getting involved with UK-based organisations and those based in Africa, so we can work out where we want to concentrate our efforts and who we can work with to try and reach these goals.
There are also sessions for community links on fundraising through lateral thinking, communicating with a purpose, knowing your impact, and expanding into new projects.
Hi, I'm Charlotte Dudinsky. I work as a journalist for BBC Radio Wales News. My tips are to know the who, why, what, where and when. So it's the 5 W's. If you're writing a press release, you need to get those key facts in very quickly. Second thing, human interest stories. We want to know about real people. Tell us your story. And thirdly, target the right audience. Is your piece for radio? Is it for online? Is it for television or the newspaper? Get the right one and you're well on your success to getting your press release picked up by the media.
We're coming up with. We discussed the challenges, the opportunities, sustainability and how you build partnerships. Some of the key things that were coming out was the immense amount of experience that exists in Wales that needs to be tapped into by people who are starting projects. And the key points that came out of that session, I think, were about engaging local learning within the countries, building relationships, self-reflection on what you're doing, on who you are, how you come to be there, and the power relationships and the relationships of equality and inequality that might exist in particular context. And more than anything, finding things that you have in common to build relationships with people. So I think those were the points.
And I think impact assessment is becoming an issue with most of the links as they've developed plus or so years with partnerships in Africa, and so they're increasingly asked to demonstrate impact as they look for or try to access funding, and so they would like more support. I think that's the thing that came out. But also, I think equally important is maybe a discussion on how to support partners in Africa.
And I lead a program called Global Community Links, which provides grants, funds to community groups here in the UK. I mean, I don't think there are it's not rocket science fundraising or applying for grants. It's really just thinking what the assessor is looking for. So look carefully at the eligibility criteria. There's no getting around that. There's no point fighting it. So make sure that you meet all the criteria. Think carefully about the objective. What is this program about? And make sure that what you're looking for, what you're applying for, fits in with that.
excited that I'm here today to speak with people who are really vibrant, the Wales African Community Link. I saw a number of organizations doing really wonderful work, working with communities at the local level, doing great partnerships. Continue to do that, but remember that you have a voice as well, because you've got the legitimacy already. You already have a strong constituency where you're working. The important thing is to bring up those voices and let world leaders hear. Let them feel ashamed that the things that they're supposed to be doing, you are doing. And also project the voices of those people as much as you can. And I wish you all the best in what you do. Keep doing it. Keep going.